Hi everyone, and welcome back to Innovaticalls. I am Professor Nikki Eshiaghi from RMIT University, and I am really glad you are here. This is the third episode in a special series where I am answering some of the most common and important questions student and early career professional ask me about finding the right job. But more than that, I wanted to give you honest and sincere advice based on the real experiences, not just theory, but practical insight that I have seen work in real life. In the previous episodes, I explained that the first step in a successful job hunting process is to shift our mindset from being passive, waiting for a job ad, to being proactive through career planning. That shift starts from within. It's not about just sending application. It's about understanding yourself, your value, your direction, and then taking clear and strategic steps toward your goal. If you haven't seen those episodes yet, I highly recommend watching them. I will include the links in the description below. In today's episode, I wanted to continue this conversation by addressing another common question, or maybe I should say another common misunderstanding or mindset that many students carry. There are many mental blocks and outdated beliefs that hold the student back. And today, I wanted to explore one of those and offer you a more helpful, empowering perspective. The question I am going to answer today is this. Is academic job market too saturated? Is it even worth trying? I hear this a lot. And it usually comes from students who are curious about staying in research or becoming lecturers, but who feel discouraged by what they have heard from others. And I get it. It can feel overwhelming. Maybe you have seen your own professor working hard for years, or you have heard people say that it is impossible to find a permanent academic job these days. So let's take a closer look. To answer this question, I should say yes, it is competitive. But that's not the full picture. Yes, academic job opportunities are limited. It's true that in most universities, new academic positions don't open every week. Many roles depend on funding, students' number, university priorities. Professors often stay in their position for many years, so vacancies are fewer compared to the fast-growing industry. But the only part of the story, what I wanted you to understand is this. In the academia, the real challenge isn't just scarcity. It is about suitability. Academic hiring is not like applying a regular job unless there is a clear fit, unless someone has already shown that they are aligned with the direction of a department or research group. That means you don't just wait for a job opening. You position yourself as someone who belongs in that environment. It means suitability matters over competition. Let me explain more. In academia, teams often create opportunity around the right people, not the other way around. If a student or researcher shows a strong motivation, is a good collaborator, communicates well, and genuinely loves the work, people start to notice. They get involved in projects. They are offered postdoc, short contract, or fellowship that were not publicly listed. It is less about competing with hundreds of the people for one job, and more about demonstrating that you are the right person to build something meaningful with. This is why I always say, before you focus on competition, focus on passion. Let me give you a real example. One of my former students was working in a wastewater treatment modeling. She was this dedicated, thoughtful, and genuinely enjoyed problem solving. During her study, she consistently contributed to our shared research project, especially those connected to our collaboration with the local universities and industry. She didn't rush to apply for hundreds of jobs after her PhD. Instead, she focused on doing the good work, staying involved in ongoing research, and building genuine connection with the people and the teams she collaborated with. Later, a position opened in one of our collaborator research lab at a nearby university. It wasn't widely advertised, but because she had already built the trust and demonstrated her commitment, she was the first person that came to their mind. They already knew her work ethic, her contribution, and her ability to work well with a team. And that made all difference. This opportunity didn't happen because she was lucky or because she competed against 100 other applicants. It happened because she had already become part of that research ecosystem. She positioned herself through contribution, not competition. That's why the first thing I wanted you to consider is not a job market. It's your mindset, your passion. Do you enjoy research for its own sake, even when it is slow or challenging? Do you want it to guide and teach others, not just share information, but really help them grow? Do you enjoy writing, problem solving, collaborating, and pushing ideas forward even when the outcome is uncertain? If the answer is yes, then academia might be the right path for you. It won't be easy, but if you are motivated by curiosity, contribution, and the long-term impact of knowledge, then you are in a right place, and your commitment will open the doors. Because academia is not for people chasing quick reward. It is for people who want to build something lasting, a career learning, sharing, and leading. In our last episode, I mentioned that career planning is not about chasing jobs. It's about building a vision. That's especially true in academia. The path can be slow and uncertain, but when your direction is clear, your steps become more intentional. And here is something I wanted to remind you of. Job planning, which we are going to explore step by step, will help you and equip you with a perception to view and plan your future with a more clarity, long-term goals and visions, and flexibility when there are changes, whether in your own interests or in situation around you. It is part of our strategic planning to achieve a more fulfilling and satisfying life, both personally and professionally. So instead of asking, will I get an academic job? Ask yourself, am I building the kind of profile, mindset, and connection that make me a good fit for academia? To wrap up, yes, academic jobs can be limited. The real key is not how many positions are available. It is who is ready for them and why. If you love the work, if you are open to learning, and if you are building a strong relationship with mentors and teams, your path will open in time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope today's episode gave you more clarity and encouragement. In our next step, I will be diving into the more strategy for building your academic or industry career with a confidence and authenticity. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment below, and share this with a friend who is asking similar question. I am Professor Nike Shiagi, and this is Innovaticalls, where we turn confusion into clarity and question into guidance. Until next time, take care and keep growing.